Hey everyone, Garino here. Welcome back to Western Australia. As you can see, I'm in the grain cart and we are doing this canola field up. I had a bit of a mistake once again with horseplay, and as you can see, it didn't do the very outside of the field or the headland on the very outside, but it did one run around one row over, which was very tricky to unload the machine. But anyways, we are now going up and down the field. I have to do the outside myself once it's finished doing the inside of the field. That one headland and a little bit we've done so far, we have 26,000 liters of canola, the black gold that you see going in the bin there. But our plan for today's episode is to finish up this harvest, and we're going to be trading in our seeder for a direct drill seeder, and we're going to be putting in a cover crop on both these fields. So that'll be oilseed radish to hold us over until we can plant some corn and sunflowers, I believe. And we'll decide which fields get what once we accomplish that. Now, there is a little bit of stone picking we have to do before we put in the new crop as well. But that means we'll have to do a little bit of cultivating on that field. Probably only 2 passes, though, is all we need. And the rest, because we're going to get a direct drill seeder, we won't need to cultivate. And then we will need to cultivate the cover crop into the ground once it is mature. And then we can use our new planter we bought, put in corn and then the sunflowers, like I said. There we go. 2 passes of the field done so far. I just really wish I had set it properly to do that outside headland first. I also think it'd be smart to skip 2 rows, and then you'd be having the auger be able to go out to a grain cart on almost every pass other than the first setup of the field. So it would do maybe 3 or 4 rows, and then it would start doing those doubles if you're skipping 2 rows.
An invitation to a thrill, a growing comfort that somehow it will be alright. And I wait, trying to appreciate. And I wait, wanting to accommodate. I am changing. I am changing.
Well, there we go. The harvester has done its part, or I should say the AI anyways, using courseplay. So it's time for us to jump in it. I gotta fire up the engine. We're gonna go in cab, I think, for this. So in the in cab view, whoa, it is hard to drive these things with this big of a header on the front. So we'll turn her and get her in place, and we'll start going around the headland the way it should have been done. This field was yielding pretty awesome. I wish we just did this correctly, but no biggie. We'll run this ourselves and enjoy some in cab footage. But I'll get this field harvested up until we're ready to unload. And so in total, we almost got 2 of these trailers full. So that's 70,000 each. So whatever that equates to, what is that? 150,000 liters of canola from one field, which is pretty awesome. So once this unloaded, we'll get the harvester back to the yard. We'll pull this header off for now and put the corn one on. But we're gonna have to put the header down, actually. Yeah, this axle flow header has its own wheels, so you don't need to get a trailer for the header. I'll park it in this shed as everything else is right there. Grab the fence off the field here and go unload that in the storage bin again. Probably check out how much we actually have in that grain silo at the farm. So we have 118,835 liters of wheat and 126,609 of canola. Yeah, that's a pretty good haul to have away, and we're gonna have to sell some sooner than later. We should maybe check that, see what the prices are for those crops right now. I parked the auger wagon in between these sheds here. We gotta disconnect and go get the cultivator neck, which is in the garage just ahead of us. Get that over to the field just behind us. Not the one we just harvested, but next to that. We already have the stone picker out there ready, but we can't pick up the stones until we cultivate. Not really sure why. I didn't know that was a thing. I know it wouldn't take us too long to cultivate the whole field, but I think trading in our current seeder for a direct drill is, we have the cash. It'll be pretty much a direct block with a little bit of cash left to spend on repairing and painting the current one, and then a little bit more to get the other one. But we'll see when we get to the store about all those prices. So we've done majority of it, but I'm gonna check the map here. As you can see, we've covered pretty much all of it, I think, with the cultivator. There was a few spots, so I'll go clean those up, then we'll get in the Massey and pick all those stones out of the field. Now this should go pretty quick with this modded Scorpion stone picker you can find in the mod hub. Just extended the working with twice as much, which is really cool. So if you hate doing stone picking, maybe this machine will help you not hate it as much. Coming to the end of the stone picking. Let's check the map and make sure we got everything. And it looks like we have. So let's put it away. And then we're going to take the JCB and feeder to the store and exchange that for the direct drill I was talking about. I guess we could also park the Fent back in the shed as well. I'm actually going to use this door this time. We haven't opened this one before. Watch that bucket when we're going in though. Now, if I remember, we may have to do some trickery to get it in here. Yeah, we're stuck. We have to unfold it a little bit. Ooh, oh boy. Oh, that's not working. There, just enough. We got it tucked under the door. I was parked next to the sprayer, but I'm just going to park it over here somewhere. That's good enough. You know, actually, what I'm thinking about, we'll put the crop tires back on this Massey right now. We're going to repair it too. $1,000 to repair it. And yeah, what do we have on here? Trailer bark, but we have the narrow tires. Customize that for $0. Can I jump the fence? We'll try and jump the fence. And yeah, we did it. Okay, into the fence. So the cultivator can sit here. I mean, it's not great for the hydraulic lines, but we don't want the fence sitting in the middle of the field for too many months. Ooh, easy now. Okay, we'll pull that in right here behind the bale trailer and baler. Now let's get in the JCB.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy.
Whoa! Never fails to be. I always hit something or go crazy. Whoa! What the heck? Oh my god, I just drove into my own truck. I didn't even realize it was parked out here. Literally, totally forgot that thing was parked here. The world's biggest traffic jam from a semi. We can't even get in the store. Oh, what the heck? We gotta wait for this traffic to clear. So we're gonna repair this guy. $28,800 to repair it, $41,300 to repaint it, and then we will sell it. Let's jump into the shop. We're going to Cedars now, and we'll go with this Rapid A800S. All right, to deal with this mess. Sorry. All the traffic, we gotta do the Canadian apology and say sorry to all of them. Move her out of the way. Those people have been here for so long. I hope they packed food because we were parked here for at least a month or something. But here's the fertilizer and the seed that we need to put back in to our new cedar here. Well, and actually looking at it, I didn't realize this when I bought this thing, but it doesn't take fertilizer. It only takes seed. Well, that's a bit of a bummer. But we do have a solid fertilizer spreader there in the shop that we can use. So I'll just get the seed in here best I can. That kind of stinks because we're going to have to do an application here, but we're going to put the oilseed radish in, and that'll at least give us one. So that's 2,000 liters should be enough. Let's get over to the field and start doing that. So yeah, I'll do this field and then we'll let the worker do the other one. We'll get Isaac on this cedar on the other field.
Where it feels. You think that using her will get to me, and if you're right then you're in trouble deep. 'Cause I won't break, no I know I won't wait. You're in trouble deep. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door.
So that's the first headland done. I think I'll do 2 around this field. So once we get over here, we'll reverse her and line her up for another one. But I think we'll go the reverse way this time.
And if you're right, then you're in trouble deep. 'Cause I won't break, no I know I don't weep. And you're in trouble deep. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before I kick you out the door. I don't wanna hear no more. There are certain things I won't ignore. I really think you need to go before
on. That's our second time around the field. Now, I was just thinking this seeder has edge markers and our other one didn't. So if any of you are interested in how these work, I'll kind of teach you right now. So we'll put one of them out, the one on the left side. There it goes. It'll drop down when we drop the whole seeder down. Now, the job of the ridge marker is to tell us where to put our right front tire when we come back the other way. And if you're not using GPS on like console, you can do this to help you get straighter lines in your field. Now we're at the end of the run. We'll lift up this side of the ridge marker. It usually automatically puts down the other side. I'm actually going to lift it up for a second because I don't want to mark up the ground. I think it does remove where you planted. But so yeah, you want your inside right tire with the line kind of on the inner side of it. So underneath your tractor, you kind of want the line. We'll drop the other side, turn the seeder on, and then we'll start following with our tire on the inside. And you'll see that we'll be making straighter rows and it will be easier. We won't have to guess as much and miss a section of the field. If you do it straight, obviously. I did not do it straight, but I mean, it's easier to follow than when you don't have the ridge marker. Obviously, a different view, or if you put your camera on a different spot, maybe above, will be easier to see. So let me do that, and then we'll get to the other end of the field. And just like that, we're back here. Then we have the ridge to go on. I bring you back for a second. I kind of messed up the way I was doing this part of the field, so we'll have to come back over it before we continue on. But yeah, I do like using the ridge markers. It makes it a lot easier if you're not using GPS and more realistic. But I mean, GPS is heavily used nowadays. But on smaller farms that maybe don't have the technology, using ridge markers is the way they do it. And that concludes seeding this field with oilseed radish. Turn that guy off. We'll pull it to the other field here. I think what I did wrong last time was I told it to start on the nearest waypoint and not the start. I'm just gonna take the dualies off the fence here, go to the store and get a roller and come back. That way, I'm gonna repair it too while we're at it though. $3,600 for that repair job. Customize it, take off those twin wheels. We'll just go with standard again. Yeah, and so we just have the base game one, but it is 24.3 meters. So it's really wide. That's $140 though. It is something the farm needs though. So yeah, we'll just purchase it up. We got the money. And let's get her connected to this guy. Again, that vehicle got crushed. Seems to be a reoccurring theme here. And then we'll get that job done pretty quick with that big of a working whip.
Started working at the diner. It serves as a reminder to count your blessings, cause this town ain't fair. They'll put you down and leave you there, don't make them scared. Yeah, that's the truth. How they coming for you.
All done rolling this field. We'll park this over here near the cultivator. Now, I don't know if I was struggling with traction or not there. So maybe putting the dualies back on would be a good idea. Obviously, took them off for going on the highway. So yeah, let's maybe go put those back on And we can clean up some equipment as the worker there, Isaac, is finishing. This map has been really fun to play on. The sunsets have been wonderful. The layout of this farm is pretty nice. I think the fields are a little too big for doing YouTube, as just to get one field done is almost 45 minutes for whatever job you're doing on it. And you know, that takes a lot of time to do, especially when I'm recording for 3 hours and editing down to 15 minutes or so. So maybe going to a little bit of smaller map would be great. And then in the future, we'll make sure we use course play. I've kind of been thinking that maybe we do 15 episodes series, and after the first year, or after the first time doing a field with an implement, the next time we just use the AI workers to do it for us. It's always fun to do the work yourself for at least one field, and then after that it's a little bit repetitive and annoying. So if we can hire that work out, that would be fantastic. Looks like the AI only has 2 more passes on this field, and then we'll have all of this seeded with oilseed radish. Now luckily, I think our planter for corn and sunflower is bigger than this one. I think it's at least 12 meters, so that'll be a little bit faster than how long it took this guy. But we didn't use very much seed at all, which is good. Yeah, this guy doesn't have a fertilizer spreading device on it, but that's all right. And to end February off in the evening and the video for today, I hope everyone enjoyed. So until next time, take care, have fun, and stay safe out there.